If you're watching this video, you probably already have a Ruger precision rifle or you're interested in getting one. These are solid bolt actions. They're capable of some great consistency and some great accuracy. Another thing that makes them a really great choice for a PRS or competition rifle is there are a ton of accessories and upgrades available for them. You can customize this rifle or upgrade it any way that you want or need. Obligatory safety briefing. Make sure the gun is unloaded, chamber empty, magazine out, bolt out. Just make sure the gun is safe. The RPR comes with a 20 MOA rail from the factory. So before mounting your optic, now would be a good time to actually remove the rail and make sure there's a light coat of oil on the receiver. This way, if any water wicks under the rail, it's going to prevent rust or corrosion. This will also give you the opportunity to properly torque the fasteners on the rail. There's a decent coat of oil on the receiver already. That's great. So now, we're going to reinstall the factory rail. Make sure it goes back on the right way, or else you're going to have 20 MOA going the opposite direction, and that's not what you want. So like most scope rails or bases, the factory spec for the fasteners on the rail is 25 inch-pounds. Now first, we're just going to lightly torque the screws or lightly tighten the screws to make sure the base self-centers and is properly aligned. And once you've just tightened them a little bit, now go back and properly torque the fasteners. Go to the opposite end and then just work in. Just like that. Your rail's properly torqued. The RPR comes from the factory with an AR-15 style handguard. If you have a Gen 1 handguard, get rid of it. It's not a great handguard for a precision rifle. It flexes too much, doesn't have a rigid attachment point, it's round, it's just not a great setup for a precision rifle. When you unbox these, the RPR handguard is held with fasteners. So similar to the scope mount, these are actually supposed to be torqued to 28 inch-pounds plus or minus 5 inch-pounds. So again, we're going to use our 25 inch-pound torque limiter from Fix-It Sticks, and we're just going to check the torque on the handguard. Okay, the handguard is torqued and ready to go. If you want to upgrade your handguard, and you should, check out our Fast Track Arca Rail handguard. This has an integrated Arca Swiss rail that lets you clamp directly into and out of tripods, as well as move your bipod the full length of the handguard to adjust for shooting positions. The flat sides and bottom are also much more stable on bags and packs, and the attachment point is more solid than the factory handguard. The Ruger Precision Rifle is a chassis rifle of sorts. The action is held to this lower portion, or the chassis, with 3 bolts. This houses the magazine well, the magazine release, the safety, and the grip. Just like a chassis rifle, or any other bolt action for that matter, you want to make sure the screws are properly torqued. In this instance, these fasteners from the factory are supposed to be torqued to 90 inch-pounds, plus or minus 18 inch-pounds. So if you don't have a torque wrench, just make sure they're good and tight, but frankly, it's going to be a lot better if you can consistently torque them. So you have 2 fasteners here, and you do have one of the fasteners behind the folding stock, okay? So that can be found right here. Now for this, we're going to use an inch-pound torque wrench and the proper hex bit. And we've already set this to 90 inch-pounds. Now the action screws are properly torqued. While you're setting up your RPR, now would be a great time to install the Catalyst Arms magazine release extension. This is a great upgrade. It's inexpensive, yet one of the most functional upgrades you'll make. It really makes the magazine release easier to hit for more positive and quicker magazine changes. awesome if your hands are wet or muddy. It's a really great upgrade, and it takes just seconds to install. You basically just take the magazine release, put it over the magazine release lever, take our fastener, thread it into the magazine release extension, and tighten it down. That's it. That is all you have to do. It literally takes longer to explain how to do this than it does to just install it. And it will be one of the best upgrades you can make to your Ruger precision rifle. And that's it. Now to hit the magazine release. Real simple. Just reach forward with your trigger finger and drop the mag. It's out of the way while practicing proper trigger discipline. And it's ambidextrous, so it works for left or right-handed shooters. So one of the last things you'll want to check is the castle nut that holds down the stock tube on the Ruger precision rifle. So you just take a standard AR-15 castle nut wrench, stock wrench, and just make sure it's good and snug. The factory spec is 35 inch-pounds. Many wrenches don't have a means of actually, putting a specific torque wrench on there. So just make sure that it's good and tight so the stock doesn't work loose on you. So one final upgrade you'll want to consider is putting on a better bolt knob. The factory bolt knob, of course, is plenty adequate for working the action, but it is smooth and it's kind of small, and with wet or muddy hands, or if you're wearing gloves, or if you're on the clock and under a little bit of pressure, this can actually be kind of tough to grab. Also, it's not very ergonomic for just popping up. Your hand ends up slipping onto the actual bolt handle itself and you lose a lot of leverage. So a really great upgrade is the Catalyst Arms Hammerhead bolt knob. It's actually designed for the way that your hand comes up and hits the bolt knob if you're working it like this. So you just take an Allen wrench, and these can be really tight from the factory, so be prepared. You're not going to hurt anything though, you just have to break it loose just like that. You unscrew the factory bolt knob. Take the Catalyst Arms Hammerhead bolt knob and just thread it on in its place. Just like that. And just screw it on all the way. Now these are available in black, gray, and red. So this gives you a much better handle, better bolt knob for working the action. So that's basically it. You might want to add a precision rifle grip from Anarchy Outdoors, or maybe one of their titanium or aluminum bolt shrouds. But other than that, with the fasteners properly torqued, you're now ready to add your optics and get the gun dialed in. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit us at catalystarms.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Please like our YouTube channel. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe.